Hello, my name is Marisol, and I'm going to be talking about geographic information systems. This is a homework or an assignment for uh, geographic in the transportation system. So we're going to be explaining what is a GIS system. So we're going to start with the presentation right now. Okay, we're going to start first with the definition. So a GIS is a geographic information system, which is a framework for gathering, managing, and analyzing data. Rooted in the science of geography, GIS integrates many types of data. Also, GIS reveals deeper insights into data such as patterns, relationships, and situations, helping users make smarter decisions. What we know that GIS does is it analyzes spatial location and organizes layers of information into visualization using maps and 3D scenes. Just let me take to the next slide. So how does GIS works? Basically, the GIS technology applies geographic science with tools for understanding and collaboration. It also helps people reach a common goal, which is to gain actionable intelligence for all types of data. What we are able to do thanks to the GIS systems is to identify problems, to monitor changes, to manage and respond to events, to perform forecastings, to set priorities, and also to understand trends. We have another examples of how GIS works. First of all, in the mapping, GIS maps are easily shared and embedded in apps and are accessible for virtually anyone and everywhere. Also, the GIS systems integrates many kinds of data layers using a spatial location. The GIS data includes imaginary features and base maps linked to the spreadsheets and tables. The spatial analysis lets you evaluate suitability and capability, estimate and predict, interpret and understand. Also, with the use of apps, the GIS can virtually be everywhere, which could be our mobile phones or computers, the tablets, and web browsers, or in our desktops. We're going to talk about the history of the GIS because has been a science that has been evolving for at least 5 decades. So we're going to be talking about the first milestones. This phenomenal evolution of GIS was from a small tool to a modern, powerful platform that helps a lot of areas in the business and also in another sciences. We're gonna start with the 60s. In 1960 to 1963 is when this field of GIS started. Just one second. Sorry, I had some interruptions here. So we were talking about the 60s where all this information started. So that was where the first early GIS work started with the research in the academic community. So from the 65 to the 69, that's where Howard Fisher created the first computer mapping software, which was the SciMap. And in the 65 as well, he established the Harvard Laboratory for Computer Graphics. In 69, Jack Dangermond and his wife, Laura, founded the Environmental System Research Institute, which is called also ESRI. So with ESRI, they went to develop many of the GIS mapping tools and spatial analysis methods that we use now. Next slide. Now, so in 1981, ESRI began gaining recognition from the academic community, and now they were recognized as the new way of doing spatial analysis and planning. And that's when this technology was released and began to evolution as a software company. It's the first time that the GIS system went commercial. Right now, in the present era, GIS gives people the ability to create their own digital map layers and to help solve real-world problems. Today, hundreds of thousands of organizations are sharing their work and creating billions of maps every day to tell stories and reveal patterns, trends, and relationships about pretty much everything. The GIS has evolved into means for data sharing and collaboration, inspiring vision that is now rapidly becoming a reality. So in the next slides, we're going to be seeing the applications of the GIS systems, but especially in the logistics area, because we know that this type of technology helps in geography, uh, basically, but it also helps in another areas. But since the engineering we are studying is based on the logistics sciences, so we're gonna talk about the applications and uses in logistics. First, navigation. The GIS systems, they can create navigation maps. So, the, the ships can travel safe. It also can create ferry paths and shipping routes, and they can be identified for a better routing, so it makes it faster and safer. The ArcGIS supports safe navigation systems and provide accurate topographic and hydrographic data. And for the transportation planning, the GIS can be used as managing transportation and logistical problems. The transport department can use the GIS systems to plan, for example, a new railway or a new route. So the trucks or the trains are safer. They can, for example, if it is a truck that is driving down a highway, the GIS transportation systems can select the best route for the transportation based on the criteria that the best road, sorry, the least damage to the habitats, and the least disturbance for local people. The GIS can also help and monitor rail systems and road conditions. So that's basically the uses for the GIS system in our area of interest. So this is the presentation I had for today. Thank you very much for your attention.